The message came at 1:12 a.m. Not to me, to her group chat, one she thought I'd never see. I wasn't snooping. Her tablet lit up on the nightstand while she slept beside me, breathing, softly, innocently, like someone without sins. I glanced only because the screen burned in the dark. One preview. One line. One fracture down the center of my chest. Ladies, I invited my ex tonight. Shaved everywhere for him. Don't judge. Silence. Then laughter emojis from her friends. A few gasps. One voice note I didn't dare open. My fingers felt cold. Not trembling, just colder than they had any right to be. I stared at her, the woman I was supposed to marry in 13 days. Her hair spilled across the pillow, calm, soft, unaware that everything inside me had just drowned. My first instinct wasn't anger, it was calculation, like someone switching off the last light in a burning building. I locked the screen, set it back where it was, and lay there, eyes open, as she shifted in her sleep and curled toward me. Her hand landed on my chest. I felt nothing, only the echo of that message replaying in my skull, slow and deliberate, like a blade being drawn. Shaved everywhere for him. The night had split open, and morning would not save her. I didn't speak when she woke up. I didn't ask how her exciting girls' night had been. I didn't mention the hour she came home, smelling faintly of perfume that wasn't hers. She kissed my cheek. I let her. She made coffee. I drank it. Everything felt staged, like watching a familiar scene replayed with a new, darker meaning. Her smiles were too smooth, her movements too effortless. I studied her as she talked about the wedding rehearsal, her dress fitting, her bouquet choices. Every word floated between us, hollow. My mind returned again and again to the screenshot now sitting quietly in my hidden folder. Her words to her friends weren't a joke. They had weight, intention, history. Why invite an ex to your bachelorette? Why prepare yourself for him? Why hide it from me, unless the night meant something more? The suspicion didn't crash into me, it seeped through, slow and poisonous. Little details from the last few weeks resurfaced. Her sudden gym visits, her waxing appointment she forgot to tell me about, the anxiety when she locked her phone, the way she deflected when I asked who all was going. Pieces rearranging themselves into something ugly. But I kept steady, quiet, motionless. People reveal themselves most when they think they're safe. So I let her believe she was. I let her lean into me on the couch. I let her plan the playlist for the wedding. I let her laugh when her phone buzzed twice, once from Lena, once from a contact saved under a name that didn't match the tone of the notification preview. She didn't know I was already building the truth, brick by deliberate brick. I wasn't going to confront her with a question, I was going to confront her with proof, and the version of me she had never met. The investigation began quietly, no drama, no accusations, just observation. Her ex's name appeared in her old photos. I memorized his face, not out of jealousy, but accuracy. I tracked the timestamps of her bachelorette night, compared them to her Uber receipt, checked the driver's note, dropped off 2 passengers. 2, not 6 like she claimed. Her watch synced to her phone. Her heart rate spiked at 12:47 a.m., peaked again at 1:03. Patterns, always patterns. I didn't need to catch her in the act. I only needed to understand the map she thought she had buried. Next, I retrieved the audio from the party venue, public place, publicly accessible security feed when requested. Faces blurred, but movements were clear enough. She wasn't alone with her friends. He was there. They left the group for 9 minutes. 9 minutes too long for just talking. She returned adjusting her hair. He didn't return for 2 more minutes. Every detail was a quiet confession. Still, I said nothing. At dinner, she asked why I was so quiet. I smiled, told her I was tired. She touched my hand. I didn't pull away. But my mind was elsewhere, assembling the timeline with ruthless clarity. The final step was simple. Her cloud backup. She forgot one thing. I set it up for her. Every deleted photo lived there. Every gone forever moment wasn't gone at all. One image ended the last piece of denial inside me. Her leaning against a wall, smiling, her ex's hand around her waist, her eyes alive in a way they hadn't been with me for months. I looked at it for a long time, not to feel hurt, to confirm the exact moment I walked away from the man I had been and toward the man I needed to become. Calm, strategic, exact. The truth was complete. Now all that remained was the delivery. It happened the next morning. She expected breakfast in bed. Instead, she got me, sitting at the edge of the bed, holding her tablet. She blinked, confused, still waking up. I didn't speak at first, just opened the screenshot, set the screen in her lap. Her own words stared back at her. Invited my ex tonight, shaved everywhere for him. Her face drained instantly, color fleeing like guilt escaping a broken shell. She stuttered something about jokes, context, the girls exaggerating. I didn't interrupt. I simply swiped to the next image. The wall photo, her ex's hand, her smile. Something in her collapsed. Her breathing shortened. Her shoulders tightened. Her hands shook as she whispered, "Please, I can explain." I nodded. Not in agreement, just acknowledgement. I already knew every detail. There was nothing left for her to reveal. For the first time she realized I wasn't angry. I was calm. Too calm. And that, more than the evidence, broke her. I handed her the small envelope I had prepared. Inside,